Alright guys, is it going? Yes. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another Minecraft stream here on the channel. Apologies in advance if my mic sounds really horrible, but I've also got the Drink of Champions. You guys are probably looking at this can of dew and thinking to yourselves, why is there a big piece of red tape over the can? I'm not being paid by that brand to drink their beverage on my stream. I'm just, I don't know. I want to sound like my YouTube channel is important and that I get paid to do shit in this channel and I can't drink a beverage. But anyways, right. So you guys are there. So this stream is going to be a little bit. I'm really hesitant, I was really hesitant to do this stream because the item I'm working on in today's stream is an item that I was going in Minecraft that I was going to save for its own separate video. But seeing as in, I don't know, I thought I'd work on it in today's video. The only downside with working on it in today's video is there's two things that I normally do in my videos that I can't do in today's stream due to YouTube's copyright policy. And you can probably think of what one of those things is. I can normally, when I'm playing Minecraft, and this is, by the way, guys, my secret as to how I build crazy shit in this game, I always have some kind of music in the background. Well, I goofed on myself because today I can't because excuse me, because currently streaming. So I'm gonna just have to reveal the item. Before I do reveal the item on screen, if you guys are there, who's texting me? Sorry about that, guys. Okay, sorry about that. Right. Where was I? Sorry, guys, I lost my thought track. I've got caffeine in my system, so if I seem a little bit off, that's why. I can have caffeine. It's just it has, I take meds that I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So you guys are there so if you guys are there, get this stream to 100 likes. I will do a step-by-step tutorial on how to make the item you see on screen. And without further ado, I'm going to reveal it right now. I wasn't going to until the build was done. What is this? I don't know what people are texting me about. I'm in the middle of streaming. Okay, there's 3 people watching me. Sick. Hello, Marcel Quinn. Welcome to the stream. This is my Minecraft motorhome project. Now, I know a lot of you guys out there are probably going to be looking at this project and thinking to yourselves, holy Jesus, that is massive. Yes, that is massive. Sorry, I'm just trying to minimize my webcam here so it's not so big on screen. So this thing is a full... I don't actually know what the actual length is. So from about... let me just give you guys a bit of reference point as to how big this thing is. From this, from about this block here all the way down to that little blue block that I doubt you guys can see on the very end of that, that's about 130 blocks. The roof in total was 9,000 blocks to build, and this build is huge. The things on the bottom of the ground, those are cacti, not your average 3-block cacti. Just to give you guys a bit of a reference point as to how big this thing is, that's big. It has full suspension, it's got a full working engine, well not working, but it has a full replicated V12 engine because I built the engine a little bit too big or the piston's too small, so it was going to be a V8 engine, but I built it into V12. It also has beds, a couch, a full kitchen that is not the biggest kitchen on planet Earth, but it still has a kitchen with a bit of a stove, working stove, and a refrigerator that I haven't finished yet. It has a full-on little bit of a gaming setup on the desk, which with a PC, I tried to build a little bit of a computer in the coffee table, so that would be the graphics card, this would be the RAM, a bit of a water-cooled processor down there, and a power supply on the very bottom. And then it's got a full-out interior that isn't quite exactly done yet, along with, if you were to go to the very front of the build, you would get, any minute now, yeah, and then on the front of the build is the Chevy logo, and the headlights. Oh my goodness, I'm going to throw my phone at a wall. If you guys are there like me and you absolutely hate iPhones, let me know, because I hate iPhones more than anything. I despise Apple, the company. It says what? Okay, I don't know what we're referring to here in the chat, but, cool. I don't know. Yes, I don't, anyways, yeah, I don't know what we're, someone, okay, what? I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about here, but cool. All right, and yes, it does have a full door, and probably my favorite part of the entire build is the bathroom, because the bathroom I'm very proud of how the bathroom looks in this game, in my little custom-built bathroom. It's got full-on tile that I built from scratch. I've got a bit of a shower that is working shower head, so if you were to hit the button on the very top of the shower head, or the shower head should shut off. It doesn't, but it, okay, maybe it does. Okay, well, there you go, working shower head. Pretty sick, right? Yeah. So yes, I know a lot of you guys out there are probably thinking I'm insane for building something this big. So if you guys don't remember, or if you don't, yeah, if you guys don't remember, but a couple months ago, back before my computer's hard drive died and had that whole computer situation where my computer basically broke, you guys might remember a white truck that was supposed to be a car that I turned into a Raptor 6x6. If this was an edited video, I'd snap my fingers and show a picture of it. You guys can go watch my other Minecraft streams that I posted up a couple months back. And so essentially when I lost that truck, I decided to build something about 13 times the size. So here's the little intercooler that I made, even though technically that would be black if it was a real intercooler, because all aftermarket intercoolers are black. It has a full-on radiator. It's got a V12 engine equipped with what would be oil, but I can't get this marsh water in this game, like swamp water, to appear in this game. It's got full-on suspension on one side. I haven't quite exactly built the suspension on the other side. And it's got a full-on frame, too, that holds up this massive, massive creation. And I do want to point out two things before I get any farther into the stream. Number one, I did not use World Edit. I built everything you see on screen from scratch. It's just taken me since the very start of quarantine. And I've used no tutorials whatsoever. Everything you see here was built from scratch, straight from my brain. I did not use any tutorials of any kind. And I don't actually have a block counter, but I'm pretty sure this is well over 100,000 blocks, if I'd have to guess. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Your grandma got coronavirus? Yes. Yes, she did. So my grandmother had was in a rehab facility because she fell while trying to get something out of her garage one morning, and she had to get a hip replacement and went off to a rehab facility where she did get COVID. I'm convinced it was probably because one of the nurses probably gave it to her. But yeah, she does have COVID. But she's okay. She's healthy. She actually doesn't even show any signs of COVID, so I'm pretty sure she's actually doing fantastically well. So she is currently at home right now, but she is actually doing very, very, very well. And yeah, so I got really lucky that she, I don't know, she's been recovering from it pretty well. She's also got a home healthy that's at her house 24/7. So she has someone who's watching over her, making sure that she doesn't fall again, because, yeah. But yeah, no, she did get COVID. It was, my mom basically kind of just sat us all down at the dinner table one night and kind of, I thought my mom was going to take a family photo, because that's what all moms do, is they take family photos, and I was getting ready to run, and she's like, oh, by the way, your grandmother has coronavirus, and I was kind of shocked, but, you know, I was kind of a bit worried, but, you know, she's been doing very well, so, you know, she's getting through it. And yeah, so I made that whole video of her coming home because she hadn't been home in months, so, yeah. That video was probably one of, I think, 2 videos I've ever posted up on YouTube. I think that video is probably the one video where I actually cried. Like, I teared up while editing it because it was, you know, got the emotional side of me, which never comes out. I never get really that emotional over much. So yeah, that's a bit of an update on my life, but she's doing okay, which is great, because the coronavirus has no place in this country or in this world. So, yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, so, yeah, basically at the start of quarantine, I was playing Minecraft, and I thought it would be kind of cool to make another bit of a Minecraft build, and originally, so, back when I first built that white car in Minecraft, I was originally trying to build a white van, because I thought it'd be kind of funny to build, like, a generic pedophile, like, white van, like, something that you'd see, like, the free candy on the side of kind of thing. But due to my lack of, so, there's 2 things that So if you guys don't know, a bit of a fun fact, I can't make a circle in Minecraft. You'd be pretty shocked to believe that I cannot make a circle in Minecraft. Yes, I can build a massive motorhome that's oversized, but at the end of the day, I can't make a circle in Minecraft. Or at least if I try, it looks really shitty, so I typically don't. So yeah, if you guys are wondering why most of my Minecraft builds don't have wheels on them, it's because I cannot build a Minecraft car tire. So, if you guys out there are probably wondering when they see, my nan died from coronavirus. It came from the hospital. Oh. Sorry for your loss. I'm very sorry to hear that. That must not have been very easy to, I don't know, cope with. Very sorry for you. That's very sad. Wow. Well, hopefully you're, I don't know really what to say, but I guess sorry for your loss. That really, really sucks. Yeah, I've gotten really lucky that no one in my immediate family's died from coronavirus, which is actually fantastic because, I don't know, I guess I've gotten really lucky so far. But yeah, strange world we're living in right now, which is, I don't know. But yeah, on the brighter side of things, I don't know, I don't know if they found a cure for it yet, but I don't know, they're coming out with something. They'll probably get a cure for it within the next year or so, I don't know. I am lucky though, my school has a 260-day school year, so my school is actually going to go and do like a summer program in person. Most of the stuff we do has to be within 6 feet of each other, but still my school is doing like a IRL summer program, which I'm kind of hyped for. I also got the very bad news yesterday that I have to get 4 of my wisdom teeth removed in 10 days. So yeah, on June 30th, on June 30th of 2000, the June 30th, which is in like 12 days from now, I have to get 4 wisdom teeth removed. I'm absolutely terrified because if there's 2 things I don't like is surgery and being knocked out for surgery. I don't know what day that's going to be, but if it's a Wednesday, I'm most likely not going to be within the, I'm probably not going to be well enough to be streaming because basically, when I get home from surgery, I'm going to have to adapt to a few things that I normally do on a daily basis that I can't do well when I come home from surgery. I'm basically just going to have to not be able to, I'm probably just not going to use my computer or browse the internet. I'm probably just going to be watching a crap ton of YouTube like I did last time I got surgery on my teeth. It's not the first time, by the way. I had to get, so my gums, when I was younger, I had like teeth that were in my gums and they had to rip them out and I was terrified. But getting your wisdom teeth removed is like getting a normal tooth removed surgically, except a whole lot worse because it actually like physically hurts afterwards. So yeah, see, it's fine. Yeah, so yeah, hopefully you're you know, I don't know, I can't imagine what it would be like for me to have a family member die from that. So yeah, I don't know, I haven't really, originally I was going to make a whole video about the whole COVID virus and everything, but then I've gotten into this really bad habit when making videos where I tend to, like, I'll be in the middle of recording a video and then I'll, like, I don't know, something in me will say to start the recording all over again, and then I typically try to, like, start it all over again. I've gotten into this habit where whenever I record a video, I constantly start the recording all over again, and it's just gotten to the point where it's a habit that I really need to get out of, because every single time I go to record a video, let's see, I won't go that, how my name, coronavirus. No, it hasn't scared me. I'm not really scared of much, actually. The one thing I am scared of, though, is thunderstorms. Some of the time, they're really, really, really big, and lighthouses. I don't know why I'm petrified of the lighthouses. But yeah, no worries. I'm not really that terrified of it. Don't worry. I'm honestly more terrified of getting my wisdom teeth removed. But, that's, as, well, I'm actually kind of lucky I am getting my wisdom teeth removed in like 12 days anyways, because then I don't have to worry about it ever again. I also have some very fantastic news. There's going to be some car vlogs coming to a channel near you eventually. I passed my driver's ed test, which is the standard test you have to take here in the States, and then I have to take a learner's permit test, and then after I'm done passing that, I can start driving. Currently, I haven't been working enough to actually buy a car yet, but eventually when I do make the money, I am planning on bringing my hope is to bring a Miata to this channel for, like, car videos, so get hyped, because eventually, sometime when I find a new job that, so I have a job at a grocery store, but I don't work there enough, and I, honest to God, really don't like working there, so eventually when I find a new job and I work enough, I will eventually be bringing a car to this channel, and I can finally, make some car videos. Believe it or not, that's actually why I first showed my face on YouTube, believe it or not, was because I figured that one of these days when I got my first car, I'd probably do car videos on it, and not showing your face when you're trying to film a video with a bright, shiny piece of metal, aka a car, is pretty hard to do. So I basically kind of revealed my face so when I do eventually get a car on this channel that I don't have to worry about like blurring my face all the time. And because it was also kind of a bit of a pain to whenever I filmed a video, I'd have to film, typically when I did film my videos in my room, I'd typically do it in the dark and I'd have to make sure there's nothing reflective in my room. But one of the main reasons why I did show my face on YouTube was because of a car. Fun fact. So, yeah, car videos are going to come into this channel very soon. Eventually, when I get a job that can pay for one. My plans to get a Miata, I've kind of narrowed it down to either a Miata, who is my very top choice. If some odd reason I can't get a Miata and I come down to a last resort, it'll either be my mom's car. See which Top Gear is your favorite. The UK version, the UK version of Top Gear will always be the better version of Top Gear. That's a no-brainer question. If you think the US version of Top Gear is better than the UK version of Top Gear, then you should not be allowed to watch Top Gear. I do like the US version of Top Gear, but the UK version of Top Gear is way better. I have the Motor Trend app on my phone. If you don't have the Motor Trend app, I recommend you get it. This is not me being paid to say this or anything, but basically the Motor Trend app is essentially the best app you can get on the App Store. It has access to essentially every single good kind of car show there is. It has every episode of Top Gear from Season 1 to Season 25, I think is what they're on now. I'm actually going to check now. But yeah, no, I have the Motor Trend app on my phone, and I watch Top Gear through it, and Top Gear, the UK version, is the best version of Top Gear, hands down. So they have Top Gear's seasons 1 through Season 26. I highly, highly, highly recommend you get the Motor Trend app. It's like $50 a year for a year's prescription, and I've literally highly recommend it, especially if you like watching Roadkill, which is that, Roadkill is it's a car show that they used to film on the Motor Trend YouTube channel, but that eventually, due to the fact that they got kind of greedy and wanted to put it up on their own website and stuff. Because if you didn't know, Motor Trend actually accidentally made the biggest automotive YouTube channel on the platform. Excuse me. At the time, so yeah, highly recommend you get the Motor Trend app. It's a really great app. I mean, yeah, it's a bit pricey per month, but you can also, I believe, do another deal where you can pay for 2 years of it at once. I like UK version too. Yes, the UK version of Top Gear is the best version of Top Gear. I vividly remember back when Clarkson first got under fire for, I think it was, from what I heard, he beat up a producer over the wrong lunch order. I since have heard, I think I heard something recently on YouTube that I guess he whipped a punch at somebody over the wrong lunch order, or so I've been told. But yeah, it was. I remember watching. I grew up watching Top Gear on YouTube. That's how I first started. I first learned about Top Gear through YouTube, and I still watch it. It's the greatest show on the planet. And it's hands down the best thing ever. Probably the best thing. I remember when I first got the Motor Trend app, the first thing that I did, I went into my bed, curled up in a ball with a bunch of blankets, and just watched. I believe it was the Top Gear African special. I was so hyped because I've always wanted to see the Top Gear African special in person, and to watch that full episode was awesome. And yeah, it's amazing. Because I know they used to stream Top Gear on Tuesdays on Velocity, which is like a TV station that's on TV where I live, and they used to stream it on TV, and then one day they kind of just stopped, and it was, I don't know. But they do stream the U.S. Top Gear, so the Motor Trend app does not have access to the U.S. Top Gear, but you can watch if you have access. See, I think it was a rude joke that offensive. It was a rude joke that offensive. Yeah, it might have been also that too, because I know Clarkson also got under heat for saying, I think, there's one time where he was saying eeny, meeny, miny, mo once, and people got under fire because I thought he said the N-word, and then I think there was a few times where Clarkson kind of crossed the line with his jokes on the TV, on the show, that were very offensive, but, I don't know. I'll always miss I don't think this, so they have, what's his name? They have, what's that guy's name? I don't even remember his name because I don't watch the new Top Gear now with Chris Harris, I think is what his name is. It's Chris Harris and two other guys. I refuse to watch the new UK Top Gear. I only watch the ones with Clarkson, James, and Hammond in it. I do. I've never seen Grand Tour either. I don't have Amazon Prime, or I have Amazon Prime, but I don't have like the video feature on it. When me and my parents and my sister went off to Atlanta to visit my older sister at college, we rented an Airbnb, and the person we rented from had, I think, Amazon Prime Video on her TV, and so it was like the first time in years that I got to watch like a full Top Gear episode. I'll never forget it. I watched the Top Gear Teenager First Car Challenge where I think it was Hammond got a Hyundai or Hyundai or Hyundai, Hyundai. I don't know. Depends. Let's see. Camera broken. Yes. Yes, my camera is broken. If you guys can't. Oh shoot, my camera's like glitching out. Oh. The good thing you mentioned that. I'm just going to turn the camera off for now, actually, because it's been... Actually, hold on, wait, no. Hold on, I can... Hold on, let me just watch this. This will fix it. Hold on. Let me go to video capture device. If I go... let's see, video capture device. There we go. Alright, okay, that should do it. So if you guys there don't know, my camera... So my camera has, if you guys can't tell, right about here where my finger is, right above my finger, you guys might notice there's like a bit of a blotch on the lens. I cracked the lens. I don't know what I did to it. I think I dropped it and it cracked. So this camera is basically now just a permanent webcam. I'm planning on getting this camera, another one of these cameras. This camera is not an actual real GoPro either. It's an Akeso Brave 4, which is a Chinese knockoff. I actually really recommend it though if you are looking to do any kind of videos outdoors, or if you're looking for a camera that can record indoors, outdoors, or anywhere. I highly recommend this camera. It's really cheap. It's like a little over $100, I think, depending on when you buy it. If you get it during a really Cyber Monday or something, you might even be able to get it for cheaper. It's one of the best cameras on Amazon. I broke the camera lens, and then I usually duct tape the camera to my monitor, and the back plate that holds like the little mini LCD screen into the camera kind of came off. So this camera is essentially in the kind of shape where I'm not really going to take it outside anymore. So I used to have a Logitech webcam, like one of the really nice ones that are like over $120, but that I got from my electronics drive that my Boy Scout troop does, because someone threw one out, and it had literally, let's see, do you like Voxel? Yeah, Voxel's all right. I don't know. I don't think they have Voxel. I don't think they have Voxels here in the U.S. I don't know if that's a brand in the U.S. They might be. I don't really know. I don't see Voxels very often though. And Voxel seems like a good brand. I don't think do they have Voxels in the U.S.? I don't know. I don't know if they've got Voxels in the U.S. or not. They might, but I don't know. They're not very common in the U.S. or I don't know. They look like a good brand. I've never really driven one or seen one that often before. I don't know. I guess it's a good brand. I don't know. The main brands that I don't see a lot of in my where I'm from is I don't normally see Voxel. I've never seen a Peugeot before because, well, I don't even think that brand's even in the States or not. And then I know the one vehicle that I've rarely ever seen any of is Toyota Supras. I've seen like no Toyota Supras. I've seen I think like 4 or 5 Toyota Supras in my time on Earth, but yeah, I don't know. I've never seen a Voxel before. Actually, believe it or not, I think I've even seen probably the rarest car I've ever seen though. I saw a Local Motors Rally Fighter. If you don't know what that car is, I can actually probably pull a picture up of it. It's that all-terrain vehicle that they raced a swamp boat. Let me see. Local Motors Rally Fighter. It's this thing. I saw one of these in this exact color. Actually, I'm going to go to display capture here. Let me just, sorry about that. Yeah, it's one of these things, like that, like all-terrain vehicle. I saw one of those while coming home from school one day. It's a pretty cool car. My friend doesn't believe me that I actually saw one, but I did, and so yeah, it was pretty cool. My bus driver woke me. I typically sleep on my bus ride home because my bus ride home from school is about an hour long because I go to school about an hour and a half away from my house. So I have a fairly long bus ride to school every day. See. Look at Voxel. Okay, yes, I will look at Voxel. Okay, let me see here. I'm going to turn this back on. Okay, hold on. Wait, no, I can go to Game Cache and turn that off. Perfect. There we go. Alright. Okay, let me just... Voxel. Let's see. How do I spell? I'm trying to copy and paste it right from the live chat because if you don't know, I have special needs, and one of the things that comes with that is I have a really hard time reading and sometimes typing. Okay, Voxel. Oh, yeah. I don't think I've ever seen one of those before. Yeah, I've never seen one of those before, IRL before. I've also never been to Europe before either, so yeah, no, I've never seen one of those before. They look kind of cool though. I know I own I think a couple of them in Forza, but I've never seen one before in real life. That's pretty cool. All right, let me just turn this off. Turn this. Bingo. There we go. Yeah, no, voxels look actually look super dope. I don't know. One of these days I would want to go to Europe. That'd be kind of cool. Actually, believe it or not, I've only ever seen one of them, but I've seen the Scania before, where in my, like in the next town over. It wasn't one of those, like, really, really, really big, like, flat-fronted, like, massive, like, high-rise, like, mega sleeper cab, Scanias. It was like if you've ever seen them, it's like a box truck, you know? It's just, you know when that, okay, my camera's glitching out again. All right. Boys, we're gonna just F the camera. Nope, camera's going off. If you guys ever remember in that Top Gear episode where they what is this? Oh, screw you, Apple. If you remember that Top Gear episode where they built the bridge over the River Cock with like bamboo. Why is my stream like looking like it's about to go and like crap its pants? What is happening? Okay, are we good now? I don't know. Okay. Sorry, my internet's okay. There we go. We're back. Yeah, but if you ever remember that Top Gear episode where they built the bridge out of like bamboo, that car that James May was driving, that like that van with the crane, the lorry with the crane on the back of it. I saw a Scania that looked very, 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 very similar to that on in like the next town over. Scanias, like I said, very rare. I've only ever seen one, and my friend also doesn't believe me about that either. I've also seen a Mercedes Unimog, but I've only ever seen one of those too. See, in Africa, I don't know what Top Gear episode it was, but they were building a bridge over the River Cock with bamboo, and they had see, I think Clarkson had a sports lorry. I could actually probably just look it up on my phone here if it. Oh, let me look it up here. Because I've got the Motor Trend app open here. Let me look for it here if I can find it. Top Gear specials. It should be here. The Top Gear Burma special. So yeah, the Burma special, and the van, like the lorry with the crane on the back of it that James May drove, was pretty much an identical replica of what Scania I saw. It's pretty incredible too, because I've like Scanias I've seen it. Yeah, it's pretty cool though. And yeah, I don't know, but I've never seen. I've always wanted to see one of those like the really big Scanias, like the ones you see in like Euro Truck Simulator, one of those like really, really, really big ones. But nope, never seen one of those before, sadly. I just thought of how cool it would be if I built the hood of this truck like inverted upwards, so it looks like I'm open to the hood of the truck. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, when I first built this motorhome in Minecraft, I don't really know what I was thinking. I kind of was just, I don't know. So originally when I first started this motorhome project, the first thing I actually started building was the seats. I started building the seats and then kind of just moved my way up to the car frame. Yeah, but if you're ever going to build one of these like really big vehicles in Minecraft, you basically kind of just got to eyeball it. I really don't truly actually know. Excuse me. Yeah, but I truly don't know how in the world I actually succeeded at building a thing like that. Yeah, I think, guys, I can just officially say from now on, I think I just need to get a new camera. My GoPro is on its last leg of life, and I probably should just get rid of it. Well, I'm not going to get rid of it. I think Vauxhall is the most British car I've ever seen. That probably is true. I feel like whenever I think of like British cars, I always think of like Vauxhalls and Peugeots. When I think of American cars, well, the all-out American vehicle, like the quintessential like American vehicle, is like typically either a Dodge, Chevy, or Ford pickup truck with an American flag mounted to the back bed of the truck, like a pretty decently sized American flag on the back bed of the truck. That's what I think whenever I think of like an American truck. And yeah, pretty cool. And when I think of a German car, I typically think of like an Audi or a BMW, mainly because those are German cars, but also because I don't know. But yeah, no, German. I don't know. American cars are. I don't know. I mean, my whole take on the whole Cybertruck thing, not a pickup truck. It's like in order to be a pickup truck, it's like I like the Range Rover. Yes, the Range Rovers are super super cool. Typically, the people who drive Range Rovers are either like business people, or if you're if you're a mom who's married to some like really rich guy who I don't know, has a lot of money. You typically drive a Range Rover that your husband paid for and drive your kids off to like an all Christian private school. If you're like a rapper or somebody, you take your Range Rover over to Yanny Mize and get like a bright chrome like pink vinyl on it or something, or chrome gold vinyl on it. I don't know. Range Rovers are cool. They're like the OG, like the soccer mom car. That's also one of the quintessential American soccer mom cars, along with the Cadillac Escalade, long wheelbase, for like the biggest like longest Cadillac Escalade you can get from Cadillac. That's also one of the quintessential mom cars. And then if you're like a Beverly Hills mom, you drive the G wagon, the AMG G wagon, or if you're an Arab like prince or something, you drive the G wagon 6x6. I remember when Top Gear first did that whole episode on the 6x6. I figured I would probably end up seeing one on the road. Haven't. Actually, believe it or not, it's honestly cheaper to. I don't think Peugeot is British. Huh. Well, I don't know. I don't really know much about British cars. All I know is that like Peugeots and Peugeots are mainly a quintessential European car. They're not normally found around here. I don't know. One of these days when I make enough money, I want to buy myself an R32 GTR to have. I've always wanted to have a right-hand driven car just so I can get away with driving in the drive-thru backwards. But I don't know. I mean, I guess the one thing that American cars have, like the one vibe that most I don't know, like American muscle cars. That's probably one of the best things about America is the muscle cars that we have around here sound amazing. There's no better sound in life that you can get there's no better sound you can ever hear in life than a properly modified, tuned American Mustang or something. It's pretty much the quintessential American sound, is the sound of a muscle car just flooring it on the highway. Because, I don't know. Alright, so far I've gotten pretty good amount of stuff done on this Minecraft motorhome now that I look at it. The hood's finished. One side panel's finished. So originally I was going to extend the motorhome out a few feet, but then realized that I didn't want the living room in the motorhome to be super big. Now, I will admit, even though I said I did not use a tutorial to build this Minecraft motorhome, I did use a Google image to look up kind of the interior of a motorhome. Because I don't really know motorhomes that well, so I kind of had to eyeball what the inside would look like. Originally, I was going to put like a TV in here or something, but I kind of haven't gotten around to that yet, so I don't know. I'm gonna get on to something cool. I don't know. I'm also debating if I should put a window here or not. Probably should. You gotta have a window in your RV. But yeah. Hoping one of these days when I get enough money, I'm buying myself a Miata, because I don't know. I feel like that would be so much fun to have a Miata in my life. Everyone in my life is, let's see, Ford Mustang is really American, like the car you're building, I think. Yes, the car I'm building right now is about the epitome of America right here, is a Chevy motorhome. Believe it or not, Chevy, if you can actually pick up like an Apollo motorhome for really cheap. Like big motorhomes are not that expensive. But yeah, what I'm building right now is about as American as it gets right here, is a Chevy motorhome. And yeah. And then if you well, there's two different kinds of motorhome drivers. There's the American motorhomers, that doesn't sound right. But no, there's the American motorhomers who drive like the two different kinds of people you'll see at like a trailer park or like going on like a caravan holiday or something is there's the people who drive like the American motorhome, like the Chevy or the Ford or something, and then there's the people who own like the Mercedes Sprinter van, I guess. I don't know. The Mercedes Sprinter van, cool. I don't know, I'd love to have a Sprinter van, that'd be kind of fun. Live out of one of those. I don't know. But yeah, one of these days I will hopefully find a Miata. My plan is to buy myself a Miata that's somewhat cheap and make it into a bit of a project car. I'm not going to do no engine swaps, though, because I don't have the money to, or, I don't know. So my plan for my Miata when I first get it is the first thing I'm probably going to do is, I don't know, I got to figure out the whole legality over the deep dish. I think so. What I'm going to do, my plan is to get it inspected, have it pass inspection, and then what I'm planning on doing is taking the steering wheel and putting on a deep dish steering wheel eventually one of these days. I don't know. But yeah, I have to find a job that pays me money, because I'm currently not bringing in money at all, so I don't have the money to buy a car right now. But eventually I will, which will be great, because then I can make car content on this channel, which means that I can finally make content that is not just in my house. Well, if I do make car content, I'm not going to film... Well, if I make car content, I'm going to try my hardest to film it in my driveway without exposing where I live, because I typically don't want to... I don't know. I'll probably do the car reveal itself in like a parking garage, probably somewhere in Boston, because I don't want to do the car reveal in my neighborhood, because I don't know. Because if I do it in my, I don't want my, I don't know. I like to keep my me personal home out of most of my YouTube videos. That's why I normally film a lot of stuff in the basement. Or if I am vlogging anything, I'm typically just going and doing it outside. Let's see here. I've been streaming for a whole 35 minutes. Also, I do apologize to everyone out there who was watching my stream. I think it was on Monday. Let's see here. Range Rover, I see, are from the years 1980 to 2009. I don't know about other parts of the UK. Yeah, most of the Range Rovers I typically see, well, I mean, Range Rovers, yeah, for Range Rovers, I typically see a lot of, like, the newer ones. And then for G-Wagons, I typically see a lot of the newer G-Wagons. I don't know. G-Wagons are cool cars. It's like a box. It's like a... You know, I've always also wanted to have a Hummer H1 Alpha, but those are massive. I know I saw that, what was it? It was the that car channel. I forget the name, but it was there was some guys on YouTube reviewed a Hummer H1 in the UK, and it was huge. It could barely fit through some of the side streets, because I think in the UK the roads are small. Okay. Oh man. Let's see. CarWow. It might have either been CarWow or it was... what was the name of that channel now? Now I gotta look it up. It was the people who did the 2 guys 1 car videos. I forget their name. It was like... Oh, Car Throttle. That's what it was. Yeah, it was Car Throttle that did it. And they were... I also love watching CarWow, because those videos are absolutely super entertaining. But yeah, the car Throttle drove... it was a black Hummer H1 Alpha through the... I remember he drove the car through a UK drive-thru and had to like reach his entire body over the car, because the steering wheel was on the right side of the car if you were to be driving where I live, but it was on the left, or no, it wasn't. It was on the left side of the car, and the guy had to like reach over the entire thing. Probably the coolest part about it was the guy actually was able to do like a successful push-up under the car, which is pretty crazy. Also, guys, so earlier I ended up also filming a video of me standing on 1 foot for an entire hour straight, and guess what happened? My camera crapped out midway through the video, so that's probably, I don't know, I'm planning on eventually getting a new camera, because I don't know, this camera's not that reliable anymore. I'm also getting super, super tired. I don't know why. Caffeine's hitting me. I don't know. Well, I don't know, I might end the stream soon, because I'm super, super tired, and I might want to go do something else. Or at least if I'm going to continue playing Minecraft, I'm going to need music in the background. And YouTube won't allow that. Thank you, YouTube. Yeah, this, guys, is my build. Like I said, if you guys get this video to 100 likes, I will do a step-by-step tutorial on how to build this thing. Which, like I said, that would be more likes than every YouTube video I've ever posted to this platform combined. So yeah, like I said, this is Minecraft Motorhome. Originally I was going to do, let's see here, yes, roads in the UK are small and dangerous, lots of people speed on them. But yeah, I know with the UK they have, I think, speed cameras that, like, basically, like, I know, I watch Ben Phillips Pranks, which is it's one of my favorite prank channels. Half of my suspicion is that they're fake, some of me believes they're real, but I remember for one of their pranks, I think it was Ben and his friend, I think it was friend Tristan, went in the back of the car with like a flash from like a camera, and we're pretending that like the speed cameras was like catching them like speeding. I'm glad we don't have speed cameras where I live, because I know. I mean, so the problem, everyone out. So the one downside to living in the U.S. is the speed limits that we have around here are like super old, and they're not really designed for the flow of traffic. Like take Germany for instance, where they've got the Autobahn where you can go literally any speed you want. It's designed for the flow of traffic. The speed limits we have around here are slow, except for my street. For some god awful reason, my street is got a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit. There's kids living on my street, including me, even though I'm never outside enough for me to be able to be worried about getting run over. But yeah, no. Basically, there's a lot of sorry, I'm like tripping in and out right now. The caffeine's really getting to me now. But yeah, no. So that's probably, I don't know. I mean, I guess speed cameras, I guess, are good because I don't know. I have my misconceptions about speed cameras. I don't also really know how they work quite. I mean, it's kind of like how here in like take Boston for instance, they have oh, what do you call it? It's like the tolls. Like I remember on my birthday actually of October 28th, like 2 or 3 years ago, they got rid of all the tolls and put them as like kind of like speed cameras. You know what they catch your license plates. But then naturally people found out a way to get around them without the thing ticketing you, which is, I don't know, questionable. I don't know. I mean, I wish we had an Autobahn or some place where I could go any speed we want, but I don't know. One day, maybe one day. Alright, I'm going to finish up this last part of the build, and I'm probably going to end the stream because I'm like, I don't know. My brain needs a break from playing Minecraft. Or, I don't know. I'm probably going to play Minecraft after the stream's over. I like listening to music while I'm playing Minecraft. That's like the one way that I figure out how to build all this crazy stuff is I have to have music in the background. And I, for some odd reason, can't have music in the background. Now, I know Twitch has probably the best copyright system out there where it's like if Twitch lets you get away with streaming without with copyrighted music, god damn it, why can't, let's see. This is here. I live close to the countryside, but it just grass and speeding 2001 voxel S. I live close to the countryside, but it's just grass and speeding 101. Speeding 2000 voxel S. Sounds like a fun place to be. I also live kind of out in the country. I didn't live out in like upstate New York where upstate New York is about as country as it gets for around where I live. That's like literally, if you're in upstate New York, it's literally you will pass more abandoned farms, or I don't know how much of them are actually abandoned, but still, if you drive through like a Utica and anything like that, you'll pass a bunch of like abandoned farms. Well, I don't know how abandoned they are, like I said, but still, you'll pass a lot of farms. You'll even get to pass a Vietnamese attack helicopter from Vietnam, which is also super cool too. Yeah, but I'm also, guys, still not too sure, by the way, about my whole Canada trip. Now, I am going off to Boy Scout camp, I think, in 2 or 3 weeks, so there will be a week where I will not be able to do said live stream. I didn't do a live stream yesterday because my mom was not too thrilled with I was being crazy yesterday, and my mom basically told me I wasn't allowed on my computer till 5 o'clock yesterday. I got a bit of a punishment for acting really crazy. So if you're wondering why I didn't stream yesterday, that's why. I was basically kicked off my computer. My dad shut off my internet with his phone, so I was not able to stream yesterday. But I'm back today, and yes, I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna get ready to end the stream soon because I'm getting tired. Like I said, there's only so much live streaming. I still don't know how in the world those Fortnite players live stream for so many hours on end. Here I am. I can barely well, I mean, the caffeine probably has something to do with it, but still, at the end of the day, I can barely stream for an hour at a time before I get really bored of what I'm doing. That and the fact that, I don't know, I despise Fortnite. Let's see, American hit 2 million cases. Oh, Lord. Well, that's not good. I mean, then again, as good as all these protests are, the protests are good and all, but, there's going to be a massive spike in coronavirus cases. It's yeah, we're not really making the virus go away anytime soon, people. It's you could just, I don't know, I understand why, people are protesting, that's great and all, but, it's not very good for this coronavirus because you're making more cases spread. And I remember when this whole coronavirus first, was, a thing and it was first announced, I thought it was a joke because for me and probably most other teenagers who first instinct when they hear Corona is they think of the beer. I will say, though, probably the coolest, most interesting thing that's happened during this coronavirus, and probably something that no one else that a lot of people can't say they lived through, is I was alive the day that Taco Tuesday was on a Tuesday, ruined by virus called Corona. That's something. I'll never forget it. Taco Tuesday of this year, I was in a Boy Scout meeting. And one of the Boy Scout leaders was like, by the way, did you guys know Taco Tuesday was actually on a Tuesday and it was actually ruined by a virus called Corona? That's something else right there. A lot of people can't say they were alive on that day. Because it would probably be 7 more years before Taco Tuesday lands on a Tuesday again. Because every year, the date that a holiday is lands a day. It's complicated. I don't know. But yeah, this is